Ladies and gentlemen, all of us here at the Fantasy Football Sports Desk would like you to bow your heads and take a moment of silence for the passing of our dear friend, Big Bubba Yum Yum Sampson. We dedicate this season to you, BB. Now coming to you live from Oak Cliff, Texas. Please give it up for the host of the greatest fantasy show on the net, and exclusively covering the most badass fantasy league on the planet. Make some noise for Hans Gruber, bitches.
What the fuck was that? Where am I?
Hans, we are live on the air.
Why in the hell is my beverage dispensary machine talking to me? I have to stop sipping the magic tea so often. Thank you, Mr. Soda Machine Voice. Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the latest installment of the Fantasy Football Extra. Super duper. Damn. What was the name of this show again? Anyone? Fry. Bueller, haha. I always wanted to do that. Love that fucking movie.
Hans, I believe the show was called the Offl Sports Desk, if I am not mistaken.
That's right. Thanks. Welcome back to the third installment of the Offl Sports Desk. I am your host, Hans Gruber. Another week, and even more changes to the show, you see. Last week, we had a terrible tragedy occur at our old studio. So the executives decided, it would be best if I had my own show. Thank Christ, we will do most of the shows here. Besides the trip to the White House, we do annually. Talking machines is kind of a neat perk, and the color schemes I got to choose myself. And last, but not least, I finally get to create something I have dreamed about since I was a wee young lad. You are the first VIP members, with access to... Wait for it. Welcome to the Fucking Gruber Lounge. Bitches. Believe me when I tell you that I could keep dancing all night long. But I know you arrogant fucks want to hear more about you, so let's get this biznitch started. This past weekend, Rebirth of Outlaw held a draft lottery to determine what number they would get. Then pick another number before announcing who the keeper would be. What the fuck? Confused? I think Aaron Hernandez plans better than these jackasses. Oh well, a job is a job. Right, Samantha? Anywho, after witnessing this nightmare firsthand, I have made a couple of notes and predictions that you nerds may enjoy. First, let's start with the Winchester division. I am a believer. Steel Curtain, Bounty Hunters, and in. Fuck this. Jake's team, this division is pretty intriguing. You have the back-to-back defending champion. Last year's runner-up in the Bandit Bowl. The worst, and when I say worst, I fucking mean terrible, team ever last year. And then we have one of the expansion teams filling out the division. My predictions are: Cam Newton was the best keeper in the division. I honestly don't think any of the teams had a bad keeper. Took Jake way too fucking long to decide, but he is my age, so let's cut him some slack. As for the division winner, I am going to go out on a limb and say that Ryan will ride that Bieber porn stash all the way to the division title. Next division we will cover is Remington, his L's squad, and Big Ol' TD's joined the Rebirth of Outlaw League last year. And even though I don't know much about them, their Facebook pages are really neat and they seem like swell guys. Then you have Cougars, International Man of Mystery. Along with Shin Niwam, the Cougars will try not to be such an embarrassing expansion franchise like last year's Lynch Mob. The veteran of this division is everyone's favorite long-haired hero, who now lives in Florida. Whether his strategy is to have 4 quarterbacks or 3 kickers, this silent ninja will be a threat to Remington all year. Deciding on best keeper was difficult, but since I am a huge Wesley Snipes fan, I will give the award to DeMarco Murray. Remember kids, always bet on black. I don't know what the hell race Russell Wilson is. Seems too short to be African. Since Matt Stafford is complete opposite to black, I will give him worst keeper of the division. Don't get too upset though Stafford, because my bold prediction is you will lead Hizzle's squad to the coveted division title. You might be wondering how I can pick division winners, when teams only have one player on the roster. Let me tell you. According to my wallet, I am a bad motherfucker. That's how? Next, now we move on to Smith & Wesson. Every team in this division would be considered a veteran in fantasy football. And the arrogance could fill Cowboys Stadium. 4th and 20 is coming off of its best season so far, finishing third, while limiting his meltdowns to only one. This season should set up nicely for him, if he can ride their momentum train from last year. Hell yeah, had a down year last season, but since Michael Turner is no longer playing, that could be all the motivation young C-Mac needs. Red-Eyed Rabbits lost the consolation game to 4th and 20 last season. Let's see if revenge is in store for the Bunnies. They are desperately wanting to get that second title under the belt. It's been too long, if you ask me. Bloated Goats created this league with only a number 2 pencil, and some napkins from Red Lobster a little over a decade ago. He used to dream about having a 16-man league with keepers and technology at his skinny fingertips. What he didn't dream of was other competitors taking from him what was once so easy for him. The coveted Bandit Bowl belt. With the parody around the league, and the new drugs that are created all the time, it seems that winning just isn't a priority to him anymore. Maybe, this year he will reward his little bloated fans that have stuck through these hard times with a playoff spot. Time will tell. At least he has the best keeper in the division with Jimmy. Can't afford an 8-ball, so give me a gram. Patent pending. The award for worst keeper in the division scares me, so I will let them be nameless. Let's just say that this certain unnamed player has a Latino last name. My division winner for Smith & Wesson is going to be hell yeah. I believe that the hard work and determination will finally pay off. And also because of, scary shit. Let's move along. Goddamn boogeyman. Fuck is wrong with these guys. The last division is Beretta. Not only does this division have the best sexual porn names, they actually all know how to play this nerdy game you guys love so much. Sack Deep had arguably the best team in the league last year. But thanks to Yahoo and the Illuminati, he was robbed of his championship belt, dedicating the entire off-season to play more and strengthen his sack. Sean all but guarantees to finish what he started last year and bring home the belt, after taking a couple of years off from his former name. Boarflesh has re-emerged on the scene, to once again be competitive. Winning several championships in the minors has only added fuel to the fire of wanting a championship. Anything to help him forget about that trade with Bloated Goats where Tim got not pretty. Nemesis also joined the Outlaw League, and hurricanes and injuries really hurt the rookie. Second season is supposed to be a bounce-back one for him. I will be keeping an eye out for his progression to being an elite owner. Last team we have tonight is Revenge of the Dildo. A regular in the playoffs. Let's see if the young stallion has what it takes to play for a title. This should be the most competitive league we have had. Top keeper in division is CJ Spiller. Worst keeper in the division goes to Peyton Manning. As far as the division goes, I am predicting a tie between Sack Deep and Boarflesh. With Boarflesh winning the tiebreaker, I wanted to remind you that your Big Mama Jama draft is this Sunday at 3. Please try and get over to Steel Curtain's house anytime after 12. Rules and suggestions will be talked about and debated. In closing, I wanted to wish everyone good luck Sunday. I wanted to leave you guys with a gift before I left. Working on material for next week. This is how I practice and get my sack ready. Hans motherfucking Gruber? Out.